We're Courtney's companions!
Hi, my name is Jenna and I'm team leader.
Hi, I'm Tsitsi and I'm the event and logistics coordinator.
Hi, I'm Tracy and I'm the Community Night Outreach Chair.
Hi, I'm Callie and I'm the Finance and Fundraising Chair.
Hi, I'm Tara and I'm the Social Media Chair.
Hi, I'm Jenny and I'm the On-Campus Outreach Chair.
Hello, we are Courtney's companions here to talk about our partner organization, Courtney's House. Courtney's House, founded in 2008, is a nonprofit that actively fights domestic sex trafficking as well as acts as a safe haven for young girls and boys who have been sexually exploited. Here is a picture of the founder, Tina Front, who is a survivor herself. Located in Washington, D.C., volunteers from Courtney's House actively work to rescue young girls and boys who are being forced or sold into prostitution on the streets, in brothels, strip clubs, homes, and hotels.
Here's the story of a sex trafficking victim who has found support at Courtney's House, as shown on a video from the Courtney's House website.
Because of CBL, I now have a much better, more detailed definition of a community. Before, a community used to mean simply people living in the general vicinity of each other, but now it means so much more than that. Community is about making other struggles or the problems around you, even if they don't directly affect you, your own, through civic engagement. CBL made me feel so much more involved in the community, not only here at Maryland, but in the DC area. I was never aware of the amount of sex trafficking that occurred in the area, especially on our very own Route 1. I feel like although our original goals for this project did not get completed, we pushed through them and we were still able to give back to our community here at Maryland by not only raising money for Courtney's House, but even more importantly, spreading awareness of sex trafficking to our peers in CBL, our friends, our families, and anyone whose path we have crossed during our restaurant fundraisers or Montgomery bus stop sales. This project also solidified, personally, my interest in nonprofit work, as well as my majors of criminology and psychology. In fact, I'm even planning on registering for a human trafficking course next semester here at Maryland.
As a nonprofit organization, Courtney's House survives on donations and grants from various parties. They look to us to help fund them. With more funds and more room, Courtney's House would be able to enlarge their volunteer network, which would help them positively impact more survivors. They also asked us to help them maintain their social media networks such as Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram in order to raise awareness of domestic sex trafficking.
Through this project, I have learned how important it is to focus on your strengths. Given a task that you're not exactly the best at when somebody else could probably do it better, only sets the group back. This CBL experience really taught me the importance of keeping organized and keeping everything in one place and being on top of assignments and dates. When you're organized, everything just runs much smoother.
First goal was to take the required training course that would allow us to volunteer at Courtney's House. After completing this, we hope to host a Zumba night at Courtney's House. Following this, we hope to raise funds in order to organize an Annapolis scavenger hunt for the survivors. This would allow them to get out of DC and do something fun. We planned on raising the money by hosting community nights at Jason's Deli. Additionally, we hope to create a sustainable social media campaign for them, where we would instruct volunteers on how to use the various social media networks and would help them maintain them.
In working to reach our goals, we encountered many conflicts. Overall, the communication with Courtney's House was not strong. We found ourselves struggling to make plans to visit Courtney's House, as well as following through with planned events we had discussed. Unfortunately, the training seminar that we had planned to attend, that is only offered once annually, was canceled due to the February snowstorm. While we had planned several Jason's Deli fundraisers, the events were poorly attended. We had hoped to have the support of Courtney's House behind us, but they did not attend or send the needed tax forms, causing us to have to cancel one. So we encountered a lot of challenges when working on this project, and one of the greatest challenges was engaging the community when we were trying to do the different events. So when we were trying to set up, advertise, and execute our fundraisers, it proved to be very difficult to garner interest in our cause in the community, which is why our Jason's Deli fundraisers weren't as successful as we hoped they would be. But we discovered that a more direct approach was successful at our Montgomery Hall Pizza and Donut fundraisers, where we actually directly gave people who were buying our donuts and pizza information about Courtney's House. But our most successful endeavor with engaging the community was our speech to the 3 public leadership colloquium classes, where we really emphasized the importance of the organization to the specific College Park area. And by establishing a personal connection from the College Park community and PL students to Courtney's House, we were able to win the $2,000 grant from public leadership. So that ended up being successful.
In the end, we were able to overcome some of the obstacles and began to host Montgomery donut and pizza sales. Through these sales, along with our Jason's Deli nights and donations, we were able to raise $300. We also created our own Twitter for Courtney's House and used it to advertise our sales, as well as to raise awareness about domestic sex trafficking. Finally, we reached out to various on-campus organizations in hopes of creating a volunteer pool for Courtney's House, but met difficulty with the 21-year-old age requirement.
This project taught me that leadership requires an openness to understanding what other people are going through. Our organization was underfunded and understaffed, and their main priority was to work with as many survivors as possible. Once we understood that, we accepted that our plans for programming were not what they needed most. We were able to focus on funding them as much as possible. Thanks to our work with PL and our fundraisers, we were able to leave Courtney's House with the means to expand their work through hiring more staff and doing more outreach. Thanks to our work together, Courtney's House will hopefully have the means to more effectively work with groups like ours in the future.
As you can see, a lot of our group plans did not work out, but it was important to keep in mind why we were doing it in the first place and remembering how good of a cause we had.
This project and experience has changed my idea of what it means to be a leader. Before getting involved in public leadership and the CBL project, I had a cookie-cutter idea about what a leader looked like. I had envisioned a leader as being someone who is authoritative, someone who takes control of a group and makes all key decisions. However, I realized that there are many different types of leaders, and it is important to have each type of leader to be successful. Each member of our group led in their own way. Some people were more organizational leaders who kept up with the planning and communication of the group, while others focused more on the group's morale and excitement for the cause. Throughout our project, we met many obstacles working with our organization. Through our communicative struggles with Courtney's House, I learned that the importance of being patient and adaptive. Although we were not able to complete our original plan, we still, through the help of public leadership, were able to make an impact in our community. We can only hope that our efforts will make an impact on the lives of sex trafficking victims.
I really loved working with my CBL group on this project because although we all had different ideas, when we put them together, we just had even stronger ideas. This proved that no one person could lead without the help of their groups or without collaborating with people with other strengths in different areas. Although we had many struggles in our journey, each type of leader played a different key role in helping us to overcome those difficulties, and I gained a great sense of trust in my group members because I knew that even when times were rough or things were going wrong, that we'd all have each other's back. And at the end of the day, we all shared such a strong passion for the cause of sex trafficking and just spreading awareness on this issue. As our team built closer relationships with each other, and we got the chance to meet the founder of the organization, who's an amazing and brave leader herself, who has gone through such hardships in her own life, that passion only grew stronger.
On behalf of Courtney's Companions, we really appreciate everybody voting for Courtney's House. We know that the organization will do good work with the grant money.
Thanks for voting for Courtney's House!